Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Smite. And when I say back to Smite, I don't know if that's really appropriate, as this is like our first time actually recording a game of Smite.
Pretty much is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've done a few practice casts before this.
Well,
this
hold
is our
up
first
for 1
time
second,
actually.
because that game sound is really loud, which is, I don't
That's
know
fairly
how it
obnoxious.
managed to go up from 10% to 100, so already off to a good start, as you can
It's done
see.
well.
I am the machine of the Gentlemen.
I'm Archon Hawk of the Gentlemen.
And here we are. This is our first replay. This is from the recent Smite OCE 5v5 tournament. Something that's been happening recently. Bit of resurgence of Smite due to the Oceanic server now being a thing. Previously, we had to endure the obnoxious 250 ping, and I was never a part of that, which I'm quite glad, but playing a lot of League of Legends back on that ping in the NA servers, it was it's really a game breaker for a MOBA where the low latency is definitely very important.
It's the world's most enjoyable experience playing on proper latency. So yeah, it's nice to have these servers up and running. So pretty excited to be getting into Smite, starting to play a little bit of it, and starting to cast it as well. So
Yeah.
it's a pretty fantastic game.
Bit of a renaissance as well, because a lot of people played it back in beta, and it was like, yeah, this game's really cool, but oh well, too bad the ping is huge. And now that there's Aussie servers, people are making a huge comeback at least. So let's go ahead and read out our players, our teams. We do have anti-aliasing, it's a tricky one. Yes, this is the same as like your graphic setting. As our blue team, the order, that's going to be Twist as our Geb, Horizon as the Kronos, HS as the Anhur, Russian Panda as the Vulcan, and Funky as the Arachne.
Playing on our red team as our Chaos, it's going to be DropTheBomb. That's Mr. Skittles on the Athena, Stealthy Mofo on the Chuck, JJ619FU11
Yeah, nice.
underneath. Yeah, I thought I pulled that one
Nailed
off
it, man.
quite
Well
well,
done.
so it was nice, it was good. Finno009, Mr. James Bond, going to be playing on Mercury, and Camo Below on, I'm going to remember, it's, no, I'm not going to remember.
Agni.
Agni, of course,
Yeah.
playing on the Agni, so I'm actually quite new to Smite.
Yeah, I am as well, so don't expect us to have any high level analysis. A really early invade on the speed buff. Mercury's very low. He's going to have to back away. Chuck's trying to follow this one, running through the turret. We'll give him some fair bit of damage. And look at the slows from Arachne. That web is just too powerful, and that's your first blood picked up already.
Yeah, as well as the speed boost that she's getting along that web, along the area that's actually leaving. So it's going to be stealing away the speed buff. Really, really nicely played there. And I mean, is that an evade we see very often, invading the enemy's speed buff?
Yeah, it can be, because without the speed buff, the
Yeah.
jungler has a really hard time. Because the speed gives you movement speed, so it's easier to rotate between the camps and gank. You don't lose as much XP walking around, and also the attack speed obviously helps you clear. So not having the attack speed sucks heaps, and we do have a gank in the mid lane as well. Agni is going to be fine for now, but really putting the pressure on. And the way that Smite works is when the minions are pushed into this turret range, whatever target the minion is actually
The tower was actually going.
yeah, you only get gold from that, so you can really deny farm by pushing the lane up, which is nice to see. And Arachne once again going to be harassing this left lane. What a aggressive jungler coming out of Funky.
Yeah, super aggressive there. Stealing away both the speed as well as taking the mana away from opponents there, so that's going to suck for the solo lane. It's really, really nicely played, and just constantly ganking these lanes.
Nice work here from Finn. Our Mercury is going to be taking away that blue from Kronos. He can be quite mana intensive.
Yeah, I'm surprised Arachne didn't actually go straight for that to give that to Kronos. Interesting choice.
Yeah, it's strange that he hasn't got his blue already.
Coming in from behind though.
Yeah, he's going for a gank. Does he have the special delivery? He doesn't, of course. Not going to be a very strong jungle ability, and it's only really for ganks, so you won't see that until level 3. As a result, he took a lot of damage from Horizon.
Yeah, really turned that one around well. Throwing down the time warp there, getting those auto attacks, slow to stuns down as well. Swave is going to be pushed in. It looks like so it's anti-alias game is definitely going to be shoving in this lane quite hard. I have that early game on Hua, of course, along with the Geb, really quite strong. In terms of their wave pushing, their wave clear there.
Yeah, Anhur has a crazy early game, especially when you see him at level 5, has the Desert Fury, has so much burst. You probably see him really chunk down underneath, roll out for the knockback, but Athena relatively tanky at this stage, so you've got to be so careful when you do verse that Anhur when he hits level 5. Stone Shield gives so much safety, And the shockwave that we do see there from Geb, he really does control that lane.
So yeah, maybe not the best late game scaling here, at least from that lane for the anti-alias gamers, but they're going to have an absolutely crazy early game, especially level 5, so just going for the rollout again.
Yeah, I gotta say, anti-aliasing, all of these lanes are going so well. We're off a good start. Nice damage from the Impale. Shifting Sands giving him extra damage as well. Desert Fury coming through. Can he secure the kill? He does indeed. The slow-mo, it's kind of annoying, so I turned it off. But it seems to default back on, but other than that, yeah, that's the Desert Fury.
I actually like that quite personally. So the race getting pulled over in the middle here. Harpies do actually go down here.
Wow.
Arachne secures yet another kill. Faulkner doing quite well. Mr. Skittles does fall, fighting over those mid-Harpies. And it looks like both of them will be going over to the side of the anti-alias gamers. They're playing a pretty fantastic game thus far.
Oh, they sure are.
Yeah.
They have this game in a bag.
Oh yeah, it's impressive.
And when you have such a high damage assassin, such as the Arachne, start to snowball, it's really bad news. Nice Mega Bomb knocking him back, web for the slow. But Agni, he will just leap out of that one. He's quite a mobile mid laner. Definitely one of the top tier mages.
So yeah, definitely nice. So Arachne, yeah, can definitely play aggressive here. A full 2 levels up. Mercury there in the jungle, so having quite a good time of things. Trying to farm with Magma Bomb in the...
That's really nice.
Here we go.
He's constantly denying the red buff. Generally goes over to the mid lane as the damage buff. And the level advantage is getting pretty significant. Level 6 against level 4 of our Mercury. Pheno doesn't have his ultimate just yet. XP disparity is definitely a big thing in Smite, which you don't really see in League.
Pretty huge deal. Something that's quite hard to deal with. Working in quite well with this Vulcan as well. Throws down the web on the side there. We'll give him the safety and the know-how to be able to again take away this speed camp. Again, it's going to be hurting Mercury even more.
He just has no buffs.
Constant camp steal, yeah. Just the buffs are continuously taken away. There you go. There's the advantage of having the web down already. Mercury has to deal with those little spiderlings that come out.
Chuck's having a really hard time farming as well. Kronos, he's got his blue buff. Does he have his blue buff? No, he doesn't have his blue buff.
Well, he has one now if you'd like it. No, it goes over to Vulcan. Hopefully they'll be able to get their own this time as well on the side of Kronos. He's been doing pretty well without it thus far. In terms of optimization choices for him, he has, as I try to find him on the list there, just Vampiric Shroud and Shoes of the Magi, all the way up to the level 3 boots there. So quite nice, obviously helping him out well in lane.
Yeah, pen boots so important to really get that extra damage up. Rollout coming from Geb. Will he actually get the knockback? He does indeed. And he sure as hell does knock him back.
Quite a considerable distance there, Mercury.
Still hasn't leveled up special delivery. So Pheno really doesn't have much gank potential, but given how far behind he is, he does need to have just more and more damage to clear those camps out. And a Vulcan, his own. There's the Earth Striker going in. Will he land? Nice juke forward. That may have been able to chunk it down. That Agni camo blow.
It was a nice juke as well, because the Mag Bomb wasn't off cooldown until about now, so it was a nice safe movement forward and still being outside range of the Mega turret as well. Roxane's going to be backing off.
I'm going to go ahead and rearrange the scoreboard so we can see what's up.
Fantastic stuff. He's jumping up to the top there. Level 3 boots as well. Devaral's Gauntlet here for Mr. Unhor. Going to start to be stacking that one up, as is our Neath on the other side. Has been farming up quite well. There's not too much of a gold disparity there. We're only talking about about 90 or so playing quite well.
Yeah, the Devourer's Gauntlet is just so important for the lifesteal and the attack speed. You want to get it up as soon as possible. Not having the boots, generally you will forego the boots until you have the Devourer's Gauntlet, because it will stack up. You can't stack your boots. Do we see a tower dive coming out of our Arachne? Mega Bomb goes through, and the Stone Shield for the added safety. Nice work. Meanwhile, Kronos, he managed to get the 1v1.
Yeah, lands a solo kill, and that means he's going to be forcing down this wave as well, putting pressure on that primary tower in the right lane. Looks like they're going to be moving on to it as well. Vulcan moves in. Looks like they're going to take the mid-Harpies once again. Does get secured, and Kronos decides to back away.
He didn't even need to use his ultimate. His rewind. He's in a really good spot, and gets the tower dive here onto Neath. So drop the bomb. They're really in a hard spot, not able to get their buffs, not able to farm in their lanes. Really good momentum coming out of anti-alias gamers.
Yeah, taking full advantage of their really awesome early game, and I do like roams coming out from Geb, especially to the mid lane. He really has been rolling in there a lot. I mean, and that's pretty safe because Unhook can box quite effectively against that Neath over on the left, especially with just the high single target damage coming out from him. not only from his regular abilities, but also from Desert Fury. He has just incredible burst potential in those 1v1 situations.
Yeah, generally you'll see the support roam to the mid lane when the mid harpies respawn as you contest those, because those mid harpies give you so much gold and so much XP. It's definitely worth contesting. Whoever gets those has a big advantage. Engage coming out of Chark. I really don't think he can quite deal with this one here. Doesn't even have his pen boots yet, so he's behind in items and the levels quite significantly. Ultimate was used as well there, so he really doesn't have much going for him. Needs to rely on his jungle ganks from Mercury.
Having a very, very rough lane, and Mercury, I mean, he's not helping out too much right now. Quite far behind, especially in terms of XP. He just hasn't been securing that many camps. He's going to be looking for something in the left lane, and Horn may find him out. Yes, he does.
Yeah, he gets revealed. And it's really hard to get behind as the jungler, because then when you try and gank those solo lanes, you often can just get bursted down. Because say if Mercury did go in, Desert Fury Impale from Anhur could probably just 100-0 that Mercury, especially with the Stone Shield, with the Shockwave coming out of Geb. It really just gives so much safety to your Hunter. Getting the blue buff now. Meanwhile though, another steal, not quite timed, but they get the speed buff for the blue buff.
For a dive here onto Chuck.
Let's see Athena ult.
Yep.
He might get dived, otherwise Magom gets a nice knockback. Arachne's going to dive this one pretty deep. Kronos, he's chunking as well. That's the World Weaver coming out of Neath. Gets the stun, but it will be enough to keep them alive. Athena's duking out pretty well. There's a Magma Bomb, gets the double kill with the single one.
Here from the back lines though, looking for kills. Arachne may actually be able to get out of this one. Yes, they do indeed. Oh, gets one kill.
Okay, get the other one though. The minions are attacking as well. Almost secured that kill. Those ranged minions do quite a fair bit of damage. Sonic Boom a little bit mistimed coming out of Fino. Now he's in a rough spot.
Looking for the kill onto Mercury. Getting stays hit very hard. Probably going to have to burn something to get out of this one again. Mega Bomb's going to be off cooldown pretty soon. Got that damage buff. Can't afford another stun.
Oh, nice Mega Bomb. Backfire. Will it connect? It does indeed. And that's going to secure the kill with the help of the turret.
Very nicely played by our duo here. They're going to be shoving in the left lane though.
In a tricky spot. Anhur's cutting him off.
Trying to get into a better position here, juking those auto attacks away. Risk getting getting pinned to the wall though. Yeah,
you can also impale into the Shifting Sands pillar. Going for the tower dive. He has this kill easy mode. There's a Desert Fury. It does go through the tower. With the Stone Shield, he's very, very safe. So nice support coming out of Geb, and Vulcan cutting off the retreat path.
And you have to remember, Defender of the Olympus was burned earlier to try and get to the bottom lane to save Chuck there, so Athena doesn't have that one available.
Yeah, indeed. Agni, he's so far behind in levels, and there is Geb as well. Gets the Shockwave, Mega Bomb for the knockback. Turret going to have a lot of consistent damage.
Earthshaker comes out, not quite enough here. Rampage now for our Arachne, so she's going to be coming out as well. Here's the Earthshaker.
Nice juke coming out of Agni.
Goes up into the wall though. She's on the ceiling. She's going to be coming down, doing a lot of damage here. Agni does end up getting sniped here. Shifting Sound is down as well. The pillar's down. Everyone's down. Geb is actually going to be picking up that kill. All of a sudden, these towers are not looking in a good spot.
Yeah, bear in mind, that's diving a tier 2 when the tier 1 is still up.
Yeah.
The tower's still there. They're diving this deep.
They're diving really, really deep, and they're going to be continuing to dive this one around. Right, the stun out of the tower. There's a roll out as well, and who's going to pick up yet another kill. Can you even attack the secondary towers when the primary ones aren't down?
Oh, you can.
I mean,
it has a lot of armor, though.
Yeah. Geb does actually end up getting slayed here. Might be the time to get out.
I think so. I think they've overstayed their welcome. Fino, he gets himself a kill, and he sure as hell needs that one. It's going to be a lot of gold in the bank. If you look at the gold at hand, 2,000 gold for Anhur. He's going to be able to finish up his pen boots.
What?
Oh, he lands the special delivery. Does Mercury even have enough damage? It doesn't look like he can.
Oh.
He gets it in the end, though. Was the abilities on cooldown from Anhur?
That was rather close. He was very low on mana, I think, at the time.
Oh, yeah, that'd be why.
I think he ended up burning a lot during that last engagement. He did have the... No, I don't even think he had the blue up at the time, so... I think I'm Chuck from the side as well. Don't know if he really wants to be drilling with Kronos, but it's going to be the 2v1. Agni's coming in as well.
3v1 even. Kronos very, very strong. He has the ultimate as well for the rewind. There we go. He's going to get all of his health back, moving around, restoring his position. 8 seconds ago, gets the kill with his #1. Maybe even more. Geb comes in. Shockwave going to knock them back. Arachne diving down deep. Has a lot of damage. Still hasn't backed yet. Cataclysm comes through. Athena trying to juke out these abilities as best as she can. Does get taken out. A double kill for Arachne. I'll wager that. Nope, he dashes away, but gets it with the poisons anyway. Mega Bomb knocking them back.
Yet another kill. Kill after kill here. Mercury going to be coming in as well. He's going to have to back away. Looks like Ragni goes up to the ceiling, comes down, doesn't quite land that AoE though. Doesn't want to dive past another tower, and we'll actually back away. Maybe we can see some of these primary towers going to be taken now by Anti-Alias Gaming. Kronos, he's not done yet.
That's the stun.
There's the stun, and there's the kill for him as well. That rewind was just so effective. It bought him so much time.
That's the thing with Kronos. He's not exactly a very powerful mid laner, but he's just so safe. He has his movement speed, he has his heals. He has that ultimate to basically give him a second life. He is very, very hard to shut down.
And he had a really nice solo lane as well. Unhook going to pick up that blue. Fully stacked to Barrow's Gauntlet now, as well as completing those Warriors Tabai, I want to say.
Oh, nice.
Wow,
nice.
well done.
I call them pen boots,
Yeah,
but okay, you can be that fancy if you want to.
I want to be the fancy man who actually learns ability names.
Item names.
Item names,
Smooth.
yeah. Smooth. At least I haven't called the gods champions
Yeah,
yet.
no, it's true.
I mean, we're rolling well.
Yeah.
We're having a pretty good cast thus far. Setting up for those mid harpies, I mean, the harpy control and just the general buff control here on the side of Anti-Alias Game has just been so on point. I think that's the 4th time the speed buff is trying to be stolen away here. And does it get taken? Yes,
Yeah,
it does.
get taken. Uses the Hand of God. Arachne can probably 2v1 this one. Earthshaker comes through, and wow, did that burst down our Mercury. Chuck running for his life with a spider on the chase. Arachne's so good
the poison again.
at chasing, especially with the blue buffs. Having the slow, has the stun. It's hard to get away from that spider. Agni, he's caught well out of position. Magma Bomb is chunking. Russian Panda on this Vulcan. He is having an excellent time, and really, his Magma Bombs are so on point.
Yeah, they're keeping everyone inside the magma cannon as well. He's making sure that everyone stays inside that cannon kind of an area here. Another kill can be picked up by Arachne here. This is an absolute masterclass from our Anti-Alias Gaming. And that is a difficult one to remember here. Tower is going to be going down here. That's the secondary. And now they're looking for Phoenixes.
Well, Arachne sure as hell isn't. She's looking for the kills. Yeah, to have the Gold Fury already taken, this is just a really one-sided game. You really can see the level of play that AA gamers have over Drop the Bomb, and the XP is really strong. I mean, you look at the levels. Level 16 is going to be the average level out for AA as opposed to 10, 11, 12. The tankiness of just those base stats and the ability damage, it's huge. And then the items as well, it's definitely something you got to bear in mind. It's not just about the gold in Smite, it's also the XP and the levels.
And even with that being said, the gold is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. 15k, like...
Athena going in a little bit deeper than you probably wanted to here. The rollout's coming in. The Magma Bomb does, of course, land as well. She's getting caught hard out. Does jump our way, though.
Yeah,
so can she get up interrupted by CC when she's going for the Defender of Olympus? No, I didn't think so. And the 5 round's actually going to be taken here by Anti-Alias Gaming. No ward coverage here on the side of Drop the Bomb. They don't know if this one's going on. I don't know if they can contest it. Kronos is going for the zone here. Has a rewind available, so he's doing a pretty good job there.
Oh, it's a risky move. He gets the kill. He may have to use ult now. Mercury there. That's the ult going through. How far back will he move? The entire way
quite
back.
away.
Yeah, that is the strength of Kronos there. Another kill coming through from our Anher, chunking for days.
HS is doing a pretty good job here. Falconer going to be taking up the tower as well as Anti-Alias Gaming start chunking this one down. Arachne going to be going for the zone here. Falconer is in the front lines here. Neith really can't do much about it.
It's really aggressive itemization as well from Arachne, having that Rage as the first item. Going to be doing a fair bit of crit. Generally not what you see as the first item. Wanting to get more in the favor of lifesteal, just a little bit more swappability.
Stealthy Mofo and JJ are going to be trying to be holding this one out here. Mr. Skittles moving to mid lane as well here. The Magnum Cannon. It's out though. That's a nice stun.
Yeah, really nice play here. Geb dropping very low, but he isn't the ideal focus. There drops Mr. Skittles. Who's going to be next? It sure as hell looks like Stealthy Mofo. He's down. Earthshaker comes through the back, and it will miss off to the side, but it's buying time. They got the Phoenix. They got 3 kills. This one's looking like game over to me. They are more than ahead that they need to be to take this Phoenix down. So the Titan down, rather.
Titan's falling down here. The Neith really on point there. The weave control was pretty fantastic, but it's probably not going to be enough. The Titan's getting taken down. This is probably going to be our game.
Yep, that's it. Chaos Titan, he is taken out, and that is our first game for OCE Smite. 5v5, AA Gamers moving on to our second round. Any last words?
It's a pretty fantastic game and a really nice quick one as well here. 70-minute just absolute blitz here by Anti-Alias Gaming. Very impressive work from them.
Yeah, generally Smite is a shorter game overall. You don't really see games drag out longer than 45 minutes. And there's a lot more potential to close those games soon because it's more about the kills, more about the dives, more about the objectives. It's not really about sieging, which is why you can have those faster games. If you are ahead, you can really punish and capitalize where it can be hard in some other MOBAs. But that'll wrap this game up. We're the General Gentlemen. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our second match for Smite. We're pretty far into the game, 2 minutes 45, but that's because the replays bug out. Generally a bit dodgy, the spectator client. So we're going to have a bit of a pretty early engagement. Level 5 on Vulcan. He's going to be fine to back away, but hey, not sure about Carly. I'm a monster over the wall. Not quite going to be connecting.
Going to be missing off to the side there. Hoping Vulcan was a little bit closer. Was not indeed.
Sylvanas is caught off. Nice banish as well as the Searing Pain. Sorry, the Shifting Sands block off the retreat path. Turret from Vulcan. Here comes the rest of the team.
Anhu's coming in from the back lines though, doing a bit of damage. Or backs away. Gives it up there. One kill is going to be secured there by our Vulcan. Anhu, it was quite lackluster, wasn't it? It was a little bit surprising there. Kind of jumped in the back lines there and decided, no, I don't really want to be in this fight.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Yeah.
Probably not the best spot to be in.
Back to the introductions. This is another first round match for the Smite OCE 5v5 tournament here on Conquest. Our blue team Salt Boys. That's our Freya, who is going to be feeling just a little bit ashamed of herself, giving away that first blood. Max and Rugby will be playing her. Rana Barana as the Scylla, Rogue Effects, he's our Anher. Atelios, he's the Odin. Top Notch as the Aphrodite lastly. Mid Harpy's going to be contested. We'll go over to Salt Boys.
Could grab that one. Their opponents will, of course, be out of sight playing as our Chaos. That's Werty on the Ra. Crazy Hamish as our Sylvanas. Cam Little as the Ur. The Goras onto the Kali. And Swifty as our Vulcan.
Indeed.
Should be a pretty fun game here from the looks of things. And we didn't miss too much during that little 3-minute break.
We got the first blood at least.
We did get the first blood, and that's always nice.
Yeah.
Grabbing that one there. Water coverage coming out from both of our teams here, covering the area. Sylvanas wants to be careful of the gank path coming in from early game. Okay, so it'll be Carly in the jungle, isn't it?
Yes,
yeah,
Carly jungle. Very strong. Really good late game with the destruction, basically being unkillable for quite a while, 5 seconds. On this left lane for Salt Boys, it's really interesting. You got Odin and you got Unheard. Those are pretty much the strongest early game supports and the strongest early game hunter that you can get. Really going to be able to get those strong engagements. Odin can push really well. So expect to see Salt Boys have a very strong early game in the left lane. Sylvanas is a nice counter, just having the good sustain with the heals. Also being able to push quite effectively with those ranged auto attacks. Ulu's interesting. You don't really see him that much as a hunter. He has a lot of play potential with his 2 stances, but generally doesn't quite have the same 1v1 boxing potential as you would see, especially from Anher of all the hunters.
Anher was a nice pick against that as well. You have really good boxing potential there. Waves definitely going to be forced in here. Have some pretty decent wave clear in that lane here. Scylla going for the Sikkim. Does miss off to the side, but at least stops the gank coming in from Carly.
Blue buff being taken. Carly, is she going to steal it? Hand of the God, is it available? It does get stolen.
Yeah, did she get it? And what was she after? No, she's got speed on.
The blue buff was stolen. Nice work, Carly.
Oh, fantastic.
Not going to be taken. Nice root coming through. It does find Anher. Odin going to have a bit of damage, though. Will force the retreat from our Ula. Meanwhile, Freya will be clashing heads with Carly. Meanwhile, Scylla as well going to be in a bit of trouble. I'm a Monster connects through, but not enough to secure a kill. Carly on the chase. Has a lot of damage. Earthshaker didn't seem to do any damage there. Freya as well 1v1ing. There's the turret. Hand of God will take it out, though. Nice play.
Really nice Aegis work, I think they're coming out from Vulcan. Avoiding the damage from I'm a Monster.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
ended up popping there.
Was the Aegis indeed.
Really nice play there anyway, yeah. He avoided the last bit of the burst coming in from the Crush, as well as avoiding the Iron Monster damage as well. Shyvana's still looking for some damage, though.
Oh, nice snipe.
The snipe from from the side, and that's just a nice way to see it there. Werty being really on point there. Coming the CC with that snipe very, very nicely. A successful roam, I think, coming in from that solo lane.
Yeah, out of sight already, off to a good start. 3 kills. Gonna be giving them a bit of gold and a pretty huge confidence boost. A lot of the source boots already completed for Salt Boys, though, so they should have some pretty good damage. Now, this is really interesting. Check this out. We have the Transcendence on Cam Little. Won't have the Devourer's Gauntlet, so he won't have any of the sustain, which he will have from the Sylvanas, which is nice.
So you get mana converted into physical power, and you get more mana in general there. So I mean, Ula is quite mana intensive, isn't he?
Yes,
So that's
with a lot of abilities.
Yeah, a lot of abilities to be thrown out, especially with those 2 forms. So it's probably not a bad idea
Yeah.
if you pick that one up.
But it is a rather late game item.
Yeah.
Because until you start getting a bit of mana, you won't really have as much damage. So once again, it's going to be reinforcing even more so the early game boxing potential of this Anhu against this Ula. Should be able to engage him very effectively, depending on the support. Here's Odin moving in. Freya as well for the gank.
Getting ready. Where's the Ring of Spears at?
Yeah, he doesn't go for Ula, going for Sylvanas rather. There's the Ring of Spears. Ula nowhere to run, already using the escape. There's the ultimate coming out of Sylvanas, but it won't be enough to keep Cam Little alive. He falls. Nice banish as well. Shifting Sands a bit of a slow. Sylvanas is going to be fine. They won't try and dive this one. Just kidding. There he goes for it. Not quite getting the burst down. Sylvanas is a very tanky. Earthshaker comes through, but it won't hit our Odin.
I've ordered off to the side here. Now trying to be drilling with the Anhur. Probably force the Vulcan off this one.
Is that a Christmas tree Sylvanas? Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's brilliant.
There's
That's
also
quite cool.
Santa Claus Bacchus.
Oh, really? That's
Bacchus.
nice. Yeah.
It's quite funny. So, that was really good play by Italios. He waited until Ula had already burnt his leap before he threw down that Ring of Spears. Otherwise, he would just jump out of it.
Really, really nice positioning as well.
Yeah, if you're unaware, Ring of Spears, it also reduces attack speed and healing reduction. So it's more than just a trap. It actually does make it harder to engage inside it. Pretty strong.
Strong indeed here. Sylvanas coming down to this bottom lane to try and hold this one. Celestial Beam being dodged out. Not quite landing those abilities. Going to affect the wave clear for us of this, but the birds will come out and they should be able to deal with this one. Carly just going to be backing off, screwing those buffs. Unwho does get caught out.
He does indeed, but look at the trade potential. Shifting Sands. It's going to be good, and harassing Anhur, it's going to have to be very, very powerful, because if it doesn't really take him down that much, he'll just get the sustain back with his Devourer's Gauntlet, where that's not really an option there for Ula. That being said, though, he does have the change to his axe, the wheeled axes, and that does give him lifesteal. So you definitely could say that the Devourer's Gauntlet really is quite overkill when you have a Sylvanas lane, and when you do have those axes, but you don't really want to have, those axes out, because when you are in melee range, as someone squishy as any hunter, like Ula, then you can just get bursted down. It's really hard to actually use it.
Can make life difficult. So, he decided to go for his... Is that a Warlock Sash? I'm playing with words here. I'm going to be guessing here.
Who are we referring to, sir?
For our Ra.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah, Warlock Sash it is there. So, going to be stacking that one up here.
Health and magic power.
So far, I've been on point guessing my my item names here, having only built them about once myself. So, it's definitely working out well. The Vulcan Cannon, I think the mid-harpies went down there, and the other ones are going to be fought over as well. Should be secured by the time the rotation comes with the Salt Boys. Yeah, out of sight, do secure those left harpies.
Warlock Sash is a very standard first item for most mages. And even solo laners when they are playing a magical champion. As for Scylla, I don't have her going towards it just yet. Or maybe going for it a little bit late.
Yeah, just as that pendant for now, though. Of course, he did actually skip going straight for his, Magi going up to that tier 3 build. So he went straight to the Warlock Sash ASAP to try and get the stacks up.
Yeah, it's really nice to do that, but sometimes not having boots can be very punishing. In the case of Vulcan versus Scylla, they both have those really powerful AoE harassments, and if you don't have boots, you can't really dodge them at all.
Yeah,
so not having boots would be so punishing, but in the solo lane, it's generally fine. Aphrodite getting caught does have the ultimate for the invulnerability. It is going to be a dive, though. Carly also has her own invulnerability heal coming through as well. That's the destruction. A little bit early, though. Tower's coming through and gets the kill.
Yeah, gets
Kiss
the
for
kill
the stun.
there.
This could be double underneath the tower. Has the heal. Should be fine. That was really early destruction.
Really, yeah, it was an early destruction, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Came in, before she was even in proper melee range as well, and the invulnerability, well, I guess, I don't know if they'd call it invulnerability, the I'm not dying didn't last as long as he really needed it to. They didn't avoid the last tower shot as well. Rylands the Celestial Beam, though. Werty, I don't know if he has the snipe available. He doesn't, no, 20 seconds. Used the Searing Pain just previously, but it's going to be the Gold Fury now going over the Salt Boys. Yeah, they recognize, we've already seen the Kali go down there over on the right. That means a lot less contested power. You're not going to have that Hand of the Gods available for the steal. So
well,
nice
Sylvanas had it.
them. Yeah, he did have it. He had his level 3, but there's not 2 of them, and you do of course lose that additional member to try and contest that one. So really nicely played.
Anhur absolutely bullying down this Ula just in time for the Freya. Easy kill with a Desert Fury. Freya gets the kill in the end, despite not really contributing much, but having the assist will give extra gold overall.
Moral support is definitely, you know, something to count for, Machine. It's nice to have them there to see the kill. You can say good job in chat. Can be good. Rana Banana has been forced back to this tower for most of the game. Really hasn't been having a super fun lane against that Vulcan, but Vulcan died too many times. Only the one death on the field here. It's 3-3 for our teams. No one actually going for a tower yet.
A pretty close game. Meanwhile, Kali's getting caught destruction, giving her a lot of health. Snipe misses off to the side, not quite within range. Has the heal though. Kali got to be very careful. Already burned through the ultimate. There's Freya up in the skies. Going to be chunking through. One more attack will secure it. Aphrodite gets it with the back off.
Back off actually securing the kill here. The chase continues here. Ra's getting caught out as well here. Another kill coming over for our Freya. Classic in the mid lane as well. Vulcan is really, really low here.
Oh, he blinks.
No, he does actually blink out of that one. Quite a nice move. Yeah, I was trying to work out whether Scylla had the I'm a monster available, but of course, you know, it's a bit hard to chase with that. The range is okay, but it's not too fantastic.
You get a bit of movement speed as well, but not really enough.
Sylvanas gets a nice deep ward down. Zoodle this time looks like in the middle lane here, a bit of an engagement. Yeah, Vulcan gonna have to back away here. The crush just missed.
Yeah, indeed. So Rogue Effects, he's looking really big on this Anhur. Hasn't got any kills, but he's got 2 assists, and he's just controlling this lane very effectively. Maxon's got the kills as well, so I think there's going to be a lot of gank pressure on this left lane.
And gank pressure is definitely what's going to be coming in now. Here we go.
Oh, nice stun into the shifting sands. It does function as a wall. There's the Scylla as well. Look at the burst coming through. Ring of Spears. An easy double getting the reset on I'm a Monster. Odin, though, tanking tower shots. He almost died.
Minions actually getting cleared out there. Probably saved him. Nice work from Rana Banana, but it looks like the side will be forced in here. Gets the knock up Freya.
Yeah, nice
looking
work.
just for the poke here, and just to keep Vulcan in the mid lane, I think. Wow.
Really chunking.
Those
That's
chunking
Freya.
auto attacks. That's Freya, man.
That's what she does.
Yeah, going to be clearing away the cannon as well. Decides against it, but it's at least going to hold them there while Anhur takes down this tower on the left.
Generally, you see Freya played as an ADC, but you definitely can play her as a jungle, no problems at all.
As we've definitely seen here. Kali actually does find Scylla, though.
That's definitely who you want to find. If you can get up close, it can be very punishing.
Sikkim does miss, as does the Crush. Quite safe, but also quite low on mana, so probably have to back off from this one.
Looking to steal the red buff, though, and that's looks like they have this one down packed. They're going for Ra. He's going to get caught, getting pretty low as well. Has the heal, but the chase from Freya gets the kill.
Pops up in the air here. Kali's off to the side as well. I don't think the red buff actually was secured there.
No, it wasn't.
No, it didn't finish off that one.
Was it?
Oh, was it?
Oh,
no,
it was, yeah.
It was indeed. Yeah, no, it did actually secure it. So nice job.
Has the icon still on the minimap, but it is there. Wasn't taken because Kali already had the speed buff. You can't carry more than one off at a time. Odin is looking for something. He gets grabbed by the root Magma Bomb, but we'll get the lunge away just in time. Is he looking for a tower? There's a Ring of Spears. This is going to be enough damage to take someone down. Knock up from Sylvanas. He's going to be fine. Earthshaker, though. Oh, doesn't actually hit. Aegis on Vulcan. Can he survive the tower dive? Italios on the Odin. He can't. Kali in a rough spot, though. Pops the destruction. Can she leap away in time? Getting focused. Almost taking down Freya. Back off secures the kill once again.
I she didn't try and go for the kill onto Freya there. Didn't really have a way out of that one. I don't know if the
was just waiting for the
cooldown. Yeah, it must have been close. No, her what is it?
The lash.
Not the lash. No,
oh, no,
it's the nimble strike.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
Yeah, pretty fantastic work here. So even game, but the Salt Boys seem to be pulling ahead a little bit here. Up a couple of K in gold here, and looking at how are we looking for experience, Machine?
Let's go ahead and bring up the graph.
Little graph here. XP. Not too bad, fairly even. Definitely the advantage going to our Anhur as well as the Freya. They're not at all surprising given how much gank. Oh, that's sorry?
Aphrodite.
Oh, it is Aphrodite, yes.
In the solo lane, you get a lot more XP.
You get a lot more XP, yep. Yeah, I was wondering, I'm like, hang on, why Freya? And it's like, okay, right, no. We're still getting used to the icons, trying to work that out. So yes, Aphrodite and the Anhur are up there as well.
We're really good at Smite.
We're so good at Smite. Wow. I was just going to say that, Machine. There you go. Fighting over the gold for Fury now. How are we going to go?
Let's reset.
Let's get reset. That's probably not a bad move from the Salt Boys.
They did sneak it last time. It was water. This is going to be a bit of a hectic team fight. Aphrodite nowhere to be found alongside Ra. Nice damage coming through. There's Odin. That's the Ring of Spears. Locks down Vulcan, but not Kali. Vulcan, he had nowhere to go. He accepted his fate. Ra coming off to the side. There drops Kali.
Celestial Beam misses off to the side as well here. Kali goes down. This should be the Gold Fury coming in with the Salt Boys. They're still looking for more damage, though. They really want to get another kill.
Yeah, that's the power of the Ring of Spears. Locks them down. Nice Sentinel. The burst coming through from Scylla. Shifting Sands. Blocking off the retreat. I'm a monster for an easy kill. Ula, he will get hit as well. And that is a Gold Fury if I've ever seen one.
That's a very, very easy Gold Fury. Excellently secured there by the Salt Boys. Recognised that Werty was a little bit slow coming in for that rotation there from his solo lane. And we actually see another kill. Sentinel comes in.
Still a nice work. Blink away from Right, you got a combat.
You must have the combat
That's interesting to have on a mage. Generally, you'll go Aegis and Beads, I guess. Going for a dive. Arnhu, can he secure it? Crush will get the burst nonetheless. Scylla is very, very bursty.
Yeah, already having level 3 for that combat blink. That's a lot of money being invested there by our Rara into that one. Combat blink as well for Vulcan as well. So it looks like Out of Sight really want to try and make some plays here, and really hasn't been working out for them that well thus far.
Yeah, it's weird seeing the blink on mages. You just don't see it very often.
Yeah, it's I guess they're considering how much they're getting ganked, but here we go in the middle.
Scylla's very, very low. It's a good escape.
It's a good escape, yeah. I mean, that seems to be how Vulcan and our Rara are using this one, and it's been working most of the time here. Sylvanas doesn't get caught out here.
Ring of Spears, can they burst him down? Well, apparently they can, which is rather impressive as a Sylvanas.
Yeah.
He isn't the tankiest of supports. He's more about the AoE CC around him, but Freya, he gets another kill as well in the back lines with the Valkyrie's Discretion.
Valkyrie's Discretion, is it? Yeah, I was trying to remember the name of it because it's been happening so much and I just couldn't do it for the absolute life of me there. So yeah, Valkyrie's Discretion there. Red gonna be stolen away here as well. Out of Sight
are looking like they're in a world of trouble. They can't team fight. They can't really farm because of just how active these rotations of these ganks have been. Salt Boys really are putting on the pressure, applying the momentum, and getting objective after objective. Right tower's getting sieged. It's very low, so it won't take long for it to be taken out. Let's have a look at the items, though.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at them now.
Yeah, we do have the Divine Ruin on our Aphrodite. It's going to be a really nice response to the Ra. Will mitigate those heals, as well as even the Sylvanas. So
and the birds are a really nice way to apply that as well. Thanks to the AoE.
And the back off, so I do like that. Divine Ruin gives the 40% healing reduction by your abilities. Kali's caught by the Banish. Looking like a pretty good engagement. There's destruction coming through. Ra as well. He's waiting to make something happen. Gets the kill with the Celestial Beam. Kali jumps away from that one. Aphrodite wants the kill, but duking out these abilities. In the mid lane, we see, or left lane rather, we see another tower dive against the Sylvanas, but Aphrodite meanwhile gets the stun on the kiss and the back off. Nice play. Not really sure why Kali stuck around though.
I don't know whether Goros was still in the area. Was extremely low, having gone for the kill earlier. Nice little attack duking there. Throws down another turret.
Yeah, a lot of good
Vulcan's
damage.
playing quite well.
Turret is outranged by the auto attacks though. Ula not looking too strong. Really, really strong burst and dive between the Scylla and the Odin. Our monster is ready to go.
It's actually getting pretty tanky now. Fully stacked Warlock Sash here. I think it stacks at 100.
Yeah, it does.
Maxes out 100 there, yeah. As well
gives
as
you a fair bit of health.
And the pendant as well. So, yeah, really starting to get up there. In terms of both of our junglers here, they're picking up the... I'm sorry, I have no idea. I think that's the big sword thing. Hastened
Fadeless. Yeah, it's really good for chasing because whenever you hit someone with an auto attack, you don't get Yeah, no, sorry, you confused me by questioning me. When you hit someone, you don't get the slow. Because normally in Smite, whenever you auto attack, you get slowed. But with Hastened Fadeless, when you do hit someone, you don't get that movement speed slowed for 1 second.
Chase really well,
yeah, so it's a chasing item, which is why you'll see it on those auto attack focused junglers such as the Kali, Bastet, Circuit. There is also an item that's slow, that's the Heavy Hammer.
Here's another engagement coming in though.
Yeah, Odin is bursting, Ring of Spears. That's winning these team fights time and time again. Vulcan will survive. Sylvanas though, he's not going to survive this one. Shaker comes through, just a bit of sneaky damage, not enough to secure a kill, and bear in mind, again, the Ring of Spears removes healing, so it won't help Sylvanas if he tries to pop those wisps.
And it's a really nice pick against this team as well, having that Odin available, and he has been stacking up that passive quite well as well.
Oh yeah.
Thanks to throwing down that ring of spears so consistently.
Whenever Odin gets kills inside of his ring of spears, he does get permanent physical power.
Yeah.
I believe he gets 5 and it stacks up to 10 times, so it's 50 at max level, if I'm not mistaken. Might be 6 per level.
I'm not
60.
100% sure.
But it's a fair bit.
It's
really
substantial.
nice. If you can get snowballing, Odin does really contribute. Where he can fall off if you don't really make an impact. Odin, he's a pretty squishy guard, and he's probably one of the squishiest in terms of his like base stats. And his abilities don't really give him any tankiness either, so he can just get bursted if he doesn't make a big impact in these team fights, and so far he sure as hell has been.
Definitely, you know, 1 wide at 11 here, just so much contribution to these fights.
Yeah,
having a huge impact with the Salt Boys.
We have seen a fair bit of Odin in the NA regionals, and it's always been losing the team.
Really?
Yeah.
Then just lose on Odin. There you go.
Not necessarily because of Odin,
yeah,
but one of the contributing factors where the early game of Odin, it doesn't make the impact that they needed to, and then it falls off in favor
Yeah,
of...
here we go. I know he's trying to sneak the Gold Fury here, but it has actually been watered out here, so it looks like they're going to get to see a steal coming in from Sylvanas. Does, of course, have that...
No, he
he
backside.
resets it.
Now, what he should have done is he should have Shifting Sands it, because Shifting Sands gives a damage buff. He's in the Aegis. He avoids the ult from Sylvanas. Not really well timed by Sylvanas. He could have been dead if they actually connected.
Oh, yeah.
Because he didn't also apply the root either. It would have been 2 forms of CC. Gold Fury being started now for out of sight. They need this one badly. They haven't taken one thus far. Kali having some pretty good damage.
But I think, did we see the Fire Giant going down? Yes, we did at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah, the Salt Boys turned that one around and actually secured the Fire Giant. They secured the kill in the mid lane as well. Arnor is absolutely having no issues.
Wow.
Truly winning this kind of a situation.
Desert Fury misses, but it will hit enough. I think it's like 10 shots. It's a fair bit. So yeah, just as I sort of mentioned earlier, if you Shifting Sands the monsters, it affects them. It doesn't affect towers though.
Okay.
So you can't Shifting Sands a tower. Well, you can, but it won't help. So
It won't do anything, no.
GeneralsGentlemen do not recommend you Shifting Sands a tower.
No, we do not. Definitely don't do that. So another tag going to be going down here in favor of the Salt Boys, and they say, we want to take a Gold Fury, we're going to contest that, and we're going to get the Fire Giant at the same time. Going to give them such good pushing power here. Shifting Sands goes down as well. Here comes the Freya.
Yeah, nice. Banish coming through. Sylvanas getting bursted, and he's supposed to be the tankiest member. He has the sovereignty, but it's not enough to keep him alive. Phoenix being chunked down. That's what the fire buff does. Does give you a lot of extra tower pressure. Ula jumps away from the armor monster, rotating for the left Phoenix. Can they take that one?
Freya will be jumping up into the air here. That Valkyrie comes out and she kills yet another kill here. And who are going to be zoning in the middle as well. Looks like another Phoenix wants to be going down. They're not going straight for the finish. Are the Salt Boys? They want another Phoenix off this.
There's a Ring of Spears. Vulcan nowhere to run. Gets bursted. Phoenix is taken out.
Really nice Ring of Spears as well. It's actually zoning other members away from defending that Phoenix. So that's 2 Phoenixes down in favor of the Salt Boys. And it looks like they're going for a third as well. They've still got a tower on that side though.
The thing with Ring of Spears as well is it won't affect your allies. Your allies can walk through it.
Yeah.
So they can jump in and start chunking. Odin can't, but he's trapped. So you can have that backfire completely. If you Ring of Spears and then you collapse upon and you just die. Unless you have the lunge available, his leap.
Secondary tower is going to be going down here as well now. So that's 2 Phoenixes down. Going to have those buffed up minions going to be running through the lanes as well. Probably would be a good time for the Salt Boys to back off to itemize up and probably just close this game from the looks of things. They definitely are a long way ahead, gold and XP wise.
Yeah, a lot of gold in hand, so they definitely need to spend what they've just got from those kills, the Phoenixes, the towers. It's definitely going to add up.
They're nearly all level 20 as well.
Yeah, they're looking strong. They're looking unkillable at this stage. 15,000 gold. It's a lot. Those sort of gold differences, you don't see that often in Smite, and we sure as hell have it right here for the Salt Boys.
Yeah, alright, a few more items going to be picked up here now as well. Speed of the Magus. Magus. Being picked up here for Freya. You never know how to pronounce that one properly. So damage abilities, that's the on-hit physical, the magical protection reduced. So that's going to really combo well with the lot of kind of magic damage coming in. A bit of magic damage here coming out on this side.
It's a good item. When you've got 3 magic mages, I guess, you got the Freya, the Scylla, and of course the Aphrodite. So the more magic protection shred you can get, the more yourself and the team will benefit overall. So I do like that pickup.
Yeah, pretty good one as well here. So Bokathoth going to be picked up on the side of Scylla as well. So stacking up the mana for her. Going to be nice as well as having the Obsidian Shard for that additional penetration as well. Have us the Bancroft Talon as well. I actually remember that one without having to hover over it. So
really strong.
Yeah, additional magic power
yeah.
for missing health.
That was the first one that year. Even just the base stats. The base stats are really good. You got a lot of magic lifesteal. You get a lot of flat magic power at 100. So it's just a really good first item. Ring of Spears coming through. A risky move. His team isn't really nearby, but Freya is. And that's all that they really need. So no one gets taken out during it. I think there was a little bit early. I'm a Monster. Won't get a kill. Almost got a triple. And this will be the end of it, I think. Sylvanas, he's getting dived in his fountain. He's getting health back from it. There is a fountain cannon as well, and he gets the root. So Freya gets taken out by it.
Might be enough to save this Titan. Yeah, it looks like it's probably going to be enough here, but another Phoenix is going to be sieged down here on the side here. That's why Aphrodite and Anahu are going to be taking that one down.
That was essentially a 3v5.
It was essentially a 3v5, yeah.
And they made it work, so Scylla's going to get bursted, but it will be fine with the Aphrodite for the speed boost.
The Undying Love as well. Getting that invulnerability is going to be nice, and this Titan will be falling here. The birds go down, everything goes down. Chaos Titan is defeated. Out of sight, they fall, and the Salt Boys claim victory.
Yeah, they had that game. Their lanes won. Really, really good ganks and rotations, and everyone got fed that they needed to. I think they just really outplayed out of sight.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that'll wrap this one up. That's our second match of Smite OCE.
Second match. I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's been fun.